I'm Nick Baily. I'm one of the co-founders of this conference from day one. On behalf of myself and my co-founders, Steve Kep and Aaron Sauter, we really want to thank you for attending. We're really excited to be in Chicago today and to have Chicago as our second city for the From Day One conference. Our co-founder, Steve, is from Wisconsin, and my mother grew up in Oak Park. I have many very vivid and very cold memories of standing on the L platform at Christmas time. But more importantly and more relevant, Chicago is a place where business gets done. And we're here today to talk about how business is changing quickly. The corporate news comes at us these days as an avalanche of headlines, of scandals, of mistakes. In many ways, it can feel like public life these days has been regressing. It's also worth noting, though, that businesses are being held to a higher level of accountability today. Nearly every day, issues of gender, race, ethnic, economic diversity, transparency, and ethics in business are finally, perhaps, breaking through into the public sphere. In this environment, a mission statement is not enough. Not only does a company need to have values in common with their constituencies, who are their employees, their customers, and the surrounding community, but those values have to be baked into the core of the business, into their product, into their team. You have to mean it and you have to prove it. And if you don't, the audiences out there are going to hold you accountable. We believe that these changes in business are real and that they're permanent. Diversity, inclusion, transparency, these aren't buzzwords or trends. These are requirements of modern business practice. You know, it used to be that there were like internet companies, right? There were software-driven upstart companies like Amazon. And then there was everybody else. But now there's really no such thing as a successful company that doesn't have a digital strategy. And likewise, at one point there were purpose-driven companies. Purpose-driven business versus the rest of the world. You've got a quirky company like, say, Patagonia over on one side, and then everybody else on the other side. In 2019, there's really only one kind of commerce, and there's only one kind of business. The kind of business that takes into account the relationship between that business and the society that it's in. We founded From Day One to try to get a handle on what comes next. Now that all these ideas have everyone's attention and have your attention, what can those of us that work in business every day actually do about it? How can we consider social, ethical issues in business models from day one? We've gathered together a remarkable group of people today who are passionate about these issues and who are also in a position to actually do something about them and to affect real change. And you're one of them. So we thank you for coming here to share in this discussion. We're really excited to listen to you and to hear you talk. We have an amazing lineup today. I know everyone has a program in hand. I won't go and read through it, but make sure to read it and check on all the amazing speakers. Especially take a look at some of the really interesting topics that are coming up in the breakout sessions that are happening right after lunch. If you haven't already made a choice, please do. And again, thank you so much to our sponsors for the event. Without them, this would be impossible. They are Maven, Quantum Health, BetterUp, JustWorks, NYU's Tandon School of Engineering, Public Good, Good 360, Lattice, Culture Amp, E4E Relief, Allstate, Greenhouse, Catalyst, B Swift, Edelman, Root, EY Ernst & Young, Bravely, Accolade, and Notre Dame. Thanks again for all your help, guys. So now I'd like to introduce, as our first keynote speaker, Tamara Snyder. She's the EVP of Employee Experience at Edelman, and she'll be up right now. Thanks so much, guys.